Hi, we're going to be doing the compression method first, and we're going to be doing the decompression in a separate video. So this right here, these blue characters are our message, our string, our phrase, words, whatever you guys use in your class. You guys might call it something different. Right now, just take a minute and pause the video and set up your paper the way I have it. Make sure you have a chart right here, and then you have, you're going to have another thingamajig right here where you're gonna put an input, buffer, and output. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing you want to do is take note of what characters you have in your message or string. In my case, I only have two that are different, of course, A and B. So we're gonna write that down. We have A, B, and we're gonna assign those a code 0, 1. All right, if you have the letter C in it, you're gonna add that there too, and then you're gonna add the number 2 to it. If you have the letter D in it, you add the letter, and then you add a code to it, of course. All right, but in my case, we're just working with 2 letters. If you can understand how to do it with 2 letters, you'll be able to understand how to do it with 10 letters, right? But with that in mind, if you want me to do an example with more than 2 variables, A, B, C, or maybe before A, B, C, D, let me know, and I'll do the video for you. Okay, but for now, let's just do it like this. If you don't understand something, just keep going with it. I'm pretty sure it'll make sense. It'll make sense by the time you get to the end of the video. All right, you don't have to worry about the why or the how. I'm just going to show you how to do what you need to do to pass your exam. All right, so first let's input the first letter, which would be A. All right, and mark it off. I put an X on it. You can put like a check mark or something, but just do that to make sure you can keep track of where you're at. All right, we don't need to output anything because it's the first letter and we already have a code for that. We're just gonna add it to the buffer. We're not gonna output anything. Now we're gonna input the next character that's coming up, which is gonna be A. So now our buffer is gonna be with AA. Okay, we don't have this in our chart, so we're gonna add a code to it, and we're gonna add the letters into our chart. Okay, so we added AA and we assigned the code 2. All right, we're gonna output the first letter here, all right, which is gonna be code 0. All right, now this A moves to the front of the buffer, or wherever you call it. It could be the front or the back, but it just, it moves diagonally here. Okay, now we're gonna input the next A. So we're going to be at AA. Now we already have AA in our chart, so we're not going to do anything with it. All we're going to do is just keep moving it down, and we're going to add another A, right? Because we're going through the string, right, from left to right. All right, so we input A. We're going to add A to our buffer, which is, when we add something to our buffer, it always goes to the very end. All right. So now we have AAA, and we don't have AAA in our chart, so we're going to add it to our chart, and then we're going to assign it a code 3. It goes numerically, so 0, 1, 2, 3. The next one's going to be 4. The next one after that it's going to be 5, 6, so on and so forth. All right, we're going to output AAA, which is going to be 2. Okay, notice how I'm outputting this, right? I'm never outputting the last letter here. It's always whatever comes before it. All right, keep that in mind when you do this. You never do the first one. You do whatever is behind it. If there was a C here, you would output that whole thing right there. All right. All right. So now let's input B. A goes down here. We input B to the end. We don't have AB here, so we're gonna add it to our chart. All right. We're gonna output A, which is 0. All right. Now let's input B. We're at BB. We don't have BB, so we're gonna add it. All right. We're gonna output B because it comes before B, which is 1. All right. Now we're gonna input another B. We're at BB. Pop quiz. What are we outputting right here? If you said nothing, you are correct. All right. So let's input another B. Now we're at B, B, B. So what do you think we're gonna output here if we output anything at all? Alright. Well, if you guessed BB, then you are correct. We're gonna output the number 5. We're gonna add B. We're gonna add triple B to our chart here and give it a number. Alright, so let's input B. We're not gonna output anything because we have that already. We already have BB here. Alright. Usually you're only outputting when you have something new. Whenever you add something new to the chart, that's when you output. Okay. In short, right? So where am I at now? I think I lost my position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I messed up. Yeah, this should be an A, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this should actually be an A. That's why it's important that you check these off, because you can lose your spot, and then say you take an exam, that's time that you're going to be losing there. You know, if I would have kept it going, I would have got this whole thing wrong too. So BA, and now we're going to have, so we're going to output something here because well, of course we don't have that in our chart, so we're going to output something. Alright, we're going to output 1, right? Yeah, 1. Alright. Alright, we are at A. Okay, now we're going to input another A here. So now we're at AA. We're not going to output anything because we have it. So we're going to input another A. So now we have triple A. And we already have that, so we're not going to do anything with it. We're going to input B. So now we're going to be at triple A plus B, right? Now that's something new. We don't have this in our chart yet. So we're going to add it to our chart. And since we're adding something to our chart, of course, we're going to output something. Now, pop quiz, you already know we're going to output something, but what are we going to output? Well, if you guess 3, then you are correct. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so we added that there. We outputted it already. So, alright, let me cross that B off. Now we're going to input another B. So now we're going to be at BB. Right, this B goes on there. We input this B to the very end. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, cross this off. Now we're gonna input another B, so now we're gonna be at triple B. We already have that, so we're not gonna do anything with it. And now an A is gonna come in. So we're at B, B, A. We don't have that. So what are we gonna output here? Pop quiz. Pause the video and tell me what are we outputting here? All right, if you guess triple B, then you are correct. All right, and that's be the number 6. All right, now we're gonna do our last letter here, which is gonna be A and A. So here, this is kind of like the important part. Whatever we end up with right here, even if we have it or not, we're gonna output the full thing, right? So we're gonna actually not output not only the first letter, but we're gonna output the whole thing. So in our case, this would be the number 2. And then our output, let's see, where am I gonna write it at? Our output is going to be 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 5, 1, 3, 6, 2. So that's our answer to the compression. Now we're going to decompress this, and then we're going to get this right here. We're going to get the characters when we decompress.